Hello everyone, it is once again I, Hunter, aka the ultra-amerian TTRPGer, back once again with another session of Memory of Metal and Dust, my Barrows and Borderlands solo game that I've been doing. And if you looked at the last video to the video that this is now being released, you can see, yes, I'm still wearing the same shirt, because I thought about just putting this aside and being done for the day, but then I looked at the clock and I said, screw it, let's keep going. So we finished the cavern level of the dungeon with Barrows just barely making it out in one piece. But we're now going to start the second level of this. It's a 3-level dungeon because we're using the one shot in the dark game to do like basically the dungeon creation. So we just went through the caverns part, and now there's the actual dungeon part, which has its own tables right here. So as we are descending down the steps, the first room we are going to enter in. Hold on, I need to write this down really quick. Room 1 of this room is... And we drew the Queen of Hearts, which is the sacrificial pit. And it says to either fight the thing in the pit or go back. Now my question is, what would this thing in the pit be if it even has a description for it? Let me see here. Yeah, fight the thing in the pit. Does it have it listed on here, what the thing in the pit is? Let's go ahead and we'll just roll to see what the thing in the pit is. Again, I'm going to use Radioactive Boogaloo. We're now on the second level, so we're going to go to the 2 levels below ground. So we'll roll a d12 and we'll see. And we rolled a 4. So in the pit is a 2nd level fighting man. Now I need to look up to see how this fighting man stat works in this. Does he have his own thing, I wonder? Or is it a separate deal? I know in here it has a thing for Fighting Man, but I don't know what goes under Fighting Man. I'm trying to think of how you how you stat out a 9th level fighting man for this. Or what was this? No, this was a 2nd level fighting man. So what do I do? Fighting men. Is it under, maybe it's under the men section in this book, if there is a man section? No, it doesn't give me... Huh. And this is interesting. Yeah, how do you stat out a fighting man in this book? That is what I'm trying to understand here. I'm sorry, people. I apologize for this. I guess I just have to use the character creation stuff from this to make it to stat him out. So let's go to Fighting Man in here. Let's see, we said he's a 2nd level. We'll say he's human. So, Fighting Man. Alright, hold on, I need it. Okay, so Fighting Man has D8s for their hit points. But I mean, this is technically supposed to be just a regular fighting man. So let's say we'll stick with D6s then for him. Or should I just no? Now that'll be fine. So this is a 6 HP fighting man. he has a THAC0 of 18. And we'll say he just has like a sword or something. But what would his... Let us roll to see if he even has armor on. So we'll roll on a 1 to 3, he does it. 4 to 6, he does. So he does have armor. So let us see what kind of armor this guy has. I feel like he's been down this fighting pit for a while, so his armor can't be that good. So let me find armor in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. I'll just roll a d10 here. And we'll see what that gives me, because I just counted up to like the first 10 on this list. Right, so he has a leather jerkin on. So this is a 2nd level fighting man with an armor class of 7 and a THAC0 of fighting man 2nd class 18. Okay. And it says fight him or go back, so Afro has no choice. Even though he's only got 5 hit points left, we are going to go up against this fighting man. So Afro, still wielding katana in both hands, will go down and try to fight this fighting man, who the fighting man probably has blood all over him. There's bodies in the basement. This fighting man is probably insane by this point. So they will go and confront each other. So green is me, blue will be the fighting man. And the fighting man is going to get to go first. So before Afro even has a chance to be able to do a parry, the fighting man will go and he'll do his attack. And let me see, yeah, on PS with the 18 I have to get 15 or higher for this guy to hit. And I hit. And so, oh, I need to look up what a sword does for... yeah, we'll say D6. Okay, so let's see how this guy does. Oh, no. Well, this didn't turn out quite how I expected it to. So yeah, with that 6 hit, the fighting man goes into the core of this dude, of Afro, and just stabs right through him, because that brings Afro down to -1 and drops Afro. I'm trying to... So Afro falls to the ground. Fight already over before he could even start it. And this fighting man is just... Huh. I wonder something now. This is actually giving me an idea now. Give me a second here, people. Because I may redo this fighting man now. If he's a 2nd level fighting man, I may redo some of his stuff now. I'm thinking here. Okay, actually, let's roll it. Let's go to the Oracle tables. Let's do that. Does Afro, before he falls, because there's no way, because I think Afro, because even at -1, I think that this fighting man would just keep going and hacking at him. I don't think there's any way I can save Afro again this time. There's just no way for me to do so. So, does Afro have a way to, like, transfer, like, his own, like, robot consciousness into this fighting man? And we're going to roll d6 on the Oracle. I'm going to say it's 50-50. No, he does not. So this fighting man just keeps on going and going, just hacking this robot to pieces with his sword. And I think what we're actually going to do, and I think this would actually be interesting, is we continue this dungeon from the second level fighting man's point of view after it beating Afro. So what this is now going to be is we are now going to roll up stats for a new second level fighting human. So I need to open up a brand new deal for him. This is not where I expected it to go, but I mean, I don't think it wasn't going to last forever, people. This just happens sometimes. So let's go ahead and going to open up the file here to try to get the fillable form. And I will have to find a picture for him at some point. So this is going to be a human. Fighting man level 2. Oh my Lanta, this is nuts. Okay, and so I'm going to, let me get the pamphlet out that I'm going to need for him. Yes, because we're going to continue as this fighting man. And we are going to do the 3d6 down the line. Not 3d6 down the line. This is going to be 4d6, drop the lowest, assign as I want. Okay, so fighting man, so this will be 2d8. We'll say he's about my age. We'll say he's a 32-year-old fighting man human. So I'll start off. So it's a THACO of 18. Saving throw of 16. And as a fighting man, I already get +2 to death and +2 to paralysis. Yep, so let's go ahead. I need another d8 to roll for his starting hit points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll 1s on the hit dice. Actually, I think on humans there's just something special here. Yeah, HP reroll with best of 2 dice, so I get to roll it twice and pick the best. So 2d8, first one gives me 13, second one gives me 14. Okay, so he starts with 14, so the second level fighting man starts with 14 hit points. And now, we're going to, because let me see what else he gets. Okay, yes, he gets +1 to con and +1 to charisma. So we'll figure all that out after I roll all my stuff. I'll go ahead and I'll type them all down onto this thing here. I'll do 4d6, drop lowest down the line, and we'll see how this goes. So that's 11, 14 there. Uh, 14 again. 12, 16 that time. That's 11, 13, because that one will drop, so... I actually kind of like this arrange so far. I may keep it like this, but we'll see how it goes. Wisdom now. 7, 9, okay. Charisma now. That's 10, 13. And then his radiation resistance is at 6, 12. Oh, and the other thing we gotta do is his comeliness and his luck. So his comeliness that's a 12, 17. Okay, so he's actually somehow very attractive despite his given state. And then his luck is 15. Okay, and then he gets +1 to its con and charisma, so his charisma goes up to 14, and his con goes up to 17. I think I may leave it like that. Give him a decent con modifier to give that HP increase. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was not expecting this to go this way when I did this. So we are going through a interesting level. So, now that that is everything, I believe, let me double check here. Yep, time for all the modifiers. So... yeah, I'm going to keep it this way. I'll leave it at the 14 there, so... for the strength, it's 0 on the 2 hits, but he gets +1 to damage. On the range, also 14, so he gets +1 to hit, but 0 on everything else. Hold on, I'm looking at the time here really quick. HP adjustment on a 17. He gets +2, and then he gets +2, gets radiation death saves. So that becomes a 18 actually total, because it's +2 for every die. So that is actually an 18, because you add, that would be adding 4. Okay. Intelligence, he can learn up to 3 more languages, but that will do that when it comes to it. Wisdom, no sorcery saves. On a the 14 charisma, I also get a +1 to loyalty and morale of retainers. So, but on a 14, it's at 0 modifier, but I can have up to 5 retainers. And then, oh yeah, I do get weapon mastery, which I think he's gonna. I think instead of him using the short sword master, I think he's gonna pick up this katana. Because this gives him a +1 on 2 hits and 2 damage as well. Yeah, it's +1 hit and damage. Hold on, if my thing will not be slow on me. Just wanting to be. There we go. I don't have a caster level. I did say he ended up having a leather jerkin on, so I'm going to go ahead and give him that. So his AC is a... yeah, I don't have anything to my defense, so his AC is 7. I believe the leather jerkin, does that restrict his movement at all? Nope, he still can move 40 feet. Okay, I'm trying to think of stuff here. Because he started with the short sword. His stat goes 18, so... yeah, I'm just trying to type all this down now. Nine to hit armor class 9. That's funny, I think. Okay, I need to roll 3d6 to see what kind of... You know what? I'm going to do the 4d6 shot blows to see how much silver I get. If he... You know what, actually? No, he doesn't have silver. I think that it's safe to say he does not have silver to start with. So he has a katana and a short sword now. Because he started off with the short sword originally, which he was not proficient in. But we'll say for the sake of this. So the short sword does 1 to 6, and the katana is, again, it's 1 to 8 one-handed, but 1 to 10 two-handed. So he does have a leather jerkin, which gives him AC 7. I do need a roll for all his other stuff as well on top of that. I forgot about all that. So his let's see what his burst sign is on a d20. 14. The Aether Owl, and he gets a plus against paralysis saves. I can type. Yep, so I will add a +1 to his paralysis. That makes it a +3 now. And then let us roll what he has for all his extra stuff. D100. Only a 6, so I only get something from the first set. I think he would have been a beggar. That's all he gets, is just beggar. And he just ended up, he probably got captured at some point. People were using the fight, and he just survived and survived and survived for as long as he could. Now, we need to give him a name, though. Now, what are we going to name this guy? I'm pulling up the Fantasy Generator app on my phone. No, that's not a good one. Call him Hagar. The fighting man, the second level fighting man Hagar, who has been down in this for who knows how long. Okay, so we now have a new character for this. Afro, unfortunately, is no more, I think, at this point. I don't think it would not be fair to try to just keep on finding Deus Ex Machina things to bring him back. So we're not going to continue. So with this, I'm going to remember to do save as later, so that way I don't actually fill in the only fillable character sheet I have. So that was the the sacrificial pit. I will say he does take also the besides the katana, he does take the potion of cure disease as well, I think, on top of that. So I need to write down that he has that as well. And the rations too. I forgot that he also had the rations that were on the robot as well. That was 7 days worth of rations. Potion of cure disease. I shouldn't have closed Afro. I should see if he had anything else, but I can always double check that later. And oh, I need to write down his see if he even gets any stuff or not. So fighting man, it's 2001 to start with. Next level will be at 4001. And does he get a fighting man. His prime requisite is strength. Does he get a bonus? With a 14 with strength, yes, he gets a 5% bonus. Perfect. Okay. So I think after defeating this robot, I think Hagar is finally going to get the courage to leave the sacrificial pit and continue down into the second level. Because he's trying to figure out what the heck would a Dinoco robot be in here for. So we continue on to the next room. So room 2. Is the 7 of Diamonds, which is a 60-foot by 60-foot unholy church. And it says that everyone takes 1 hit point of damage when they walk in, so I will do that. So he goes from 18 to 17. I need to readjust all this again. There we go. What exactly did you see in here? He probably sees Hagar doing Hagar, being the second level fighting man that has been in the sacrificial pit for who knows how long. Just bodies upon bodies and the blood of all those that he's slain. And he sees 2 exits now. So he can go left or right. And he goes left. And the next room that we are going to go in with Hagar King of Diamonds. I'm trying to think here. Hang on. It says, in the next room, I find. Actually, no. Let me rephrase this. So this isn't for the next room. It says there's a light in a dark place. You found something that gives you hope. What is it? Apply +2 to your next saving throw. So I think even though he's in this weird unholy church, somehow there's a light that shines through a crack in the ceiling above and it hits him, which gives him hope that like he will be able to make it out again. So on the next saving throw he has to do, he will get a +2 to this. So actually now actually going left into the next room, I drew the 4 of hearts, which on here is a secret passage. And it says on this, I discard the next 2 cards in the deck. Okay. So I take the secret path. So this left room actually leads me to a secret passage, which makes me bypass some of the rooms, and I go into the next room, which is the 10 of Hearts, which is a 40 by 80 throne room. And there is a monster in here, so let us go to the Boogaloo and roll a D12. A 10. There's merchants in this room. Okay. I know there was merchants. I'm looking in the wrong book again. I know there's actually merchants listed on here. Merchants. I have to roll a D20 in here. What would merchants be doing down in here, though, is the question. It's 5 merchants and 1 escort. So, with 5 merchants plus 1, with 5 merchants. We'll just say it's 5 merchants. I'm not going to worry about the escort. Now, let's do some deep 2d6 rolls. Are they going to be friendly or dangerous when they see this fighting man walk into the room? And let me get to my... Yep, 2d6. 7. So they are neutral. Actually, I do have, I think I have a, I do get +1, it says, to react. So that becomes a, well, that's still a 8, so that's still very much neutral. So they see Hagar the fighting, these 5 merchants see Hagar the fighting man walk in, and they are just not sure how to react to him. And Hagar says, I just fought off this robot, like, not too long ago. It was a Dinoco robot. It was obviously set down here for something. If we all work together, we can figure out what that is. The question is, will they go for it? Roll 2d6, and I get to add +1 to it. That is a 9, which is... yeah, favorable and curious. So yeah, I think, yeah, so the merchants are very much curious about, oh, a Dinoco robot came down here. Well, there must be something very important down here. So Hagar now has 5 merchant men with him. That they are going. Let me roll up. Let me look at this stuff again. Let me roll. They all have a. Let me just roll 1 hit die for all of them. They all 5 merchant men with 5 hit points apiece. Okay. So this is interesting. So now, hey, so we have a 2nd level fighting man and these 5 merchants. They all have, yeah, just a weapon that deals 1d6. It says basically. I don't have, unless I picked a weapon, which I'm not going to bother. So let's go back to this. Oh, but apparently there's something here in the throne room. Let us roll to see. Let us draw a card to see what that is, which I believe yeah, that's the club cards. Trying to make one up here, sorry. Let me shuffle it again, and I will draw a card here to be like, well, because Murder Watch was like, hey, I found something over here kind of deal. Alright, and then we are going to draw a 2 of clubs, which I was actually just reading that. It's 4 gems worth 100 gold coins each. So I will put that aside, and I need to write that down. That we got 4 gems worth 100 GP each. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably going to split. We'll probably have to split this up with the merchants at some point, and then we go back up, and then we have 2 exits. All right, so we take the left exit, and that will bring us to. Hold on, I think if I've drawn, I have to draw. I believe it says on this, if you draw 6 cards. Yeah, I've drawn the first 6 cards to replace it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So we immediately find the stairway going down to the next level. Okay, this will be interesting now, because, now I need to, shuffle all these back up again, all these heart cards. So Hagar, the second level fighting man, and these 5 merchants make their way down. Into the next level, at the next and final level of this dungeon that we started. The crypt. Hold on, I'm just writing this all down really quick. Let me check how we are on time, because I want to make sure these don't go over an hour at least. Okay, yeah, we're still doing good. It wasn't like the first level where we drew almost every single card. Okay, so now we're going to the crypt. The first room in the crypt. The 3 of Hearts. Which is a 40 by 30 room of statues. And it says there's 2 exits, but there is a monster here. So this is the 3rd level now that we are in. So now we get to roll on the 3rd level D12 table. So let's see how this goes for us. A 2. So we come across a 4th level fighting man. Which, honestly, I think the 4th level fighting man is just this giant statue of a man that just suddenly moves and steps down, brandishing like a large stone sword. And it is going to... Well, does it get the surprise on us is the question. It does not. So we hear as it moves and steps down. So with 4th level fighting man. Alright, so now I have to roll all this stuff out for the 4th level fighting man. So I need 4d6. I need another d6 out of my bag here. Okay, so that's 12. So okay, so it has 13 hit points. Fourth level fighting man Thaco, I believe, is a... Gotta look that up really quick. 4th level fighting man Thaco is 17. And this is like... And we'll say its body is made of stone, which I would say would be the equivalent of... If I could find the armor again on here. We'll say it's like the effect of scale mail. Give him an armor class of 6. Okay. So now we're going to roll for initiative to fight against this, Well, it says fighting men. The problem is there's nothing in here that tells me, like, how to... Because there's... Okay, because fighting men aren't listed in this book at all as its own stat block. There's not even just a... Unless there's humanoids in here somewhere that I just didn't see. You know what I should actually do? Let me find... Yeah, because there's no fighting men stat block in here for some reason. So I'm going to have to make do here really quick. Let me find the bandits. And let me see how many it says in here. Well, I don't want that many. Where was merchants? Because what did I see for merchants? Merchants was only... Well, that was a D20. Yeah, that's too much. We'll just roll a D6. See how many of these statues actually come to life. Okay, so we got 5 statues. Okay, so hold on. I need to do some more adding up of stuff here. So the first statue had, 13 hit points. Statue number 2 has 18. Statue number 3, 12, 17, 19. Statue number 4, 6, 7, only 8. Then statue number 5 will have, that's 10, 16. Okay. And now, and then let me remember here quickly. All my merchants have, they'll have a D6 weapon to attack with, so like swords or bows, whatever. And I'm trying to find all their stuff again really quick here. Sorry. They have Thaco 19, armor class 5. Okay, so my merchants have, so I have AC merchants or AC 5. Thaco 19. Okay, so this will be simple. And I got everything laid out right here for the most part. So now we're going to roll for initiative. See who goes first. Okay, so I'm green. Statues are black. So statues are going first. So I think all the statues are each going to go for the merchants first. Is what they'll do. So again, they have 17, so they would have to get 12 or higher. So there's 1, 2. We'll do the first 3 here. Again, they have to get, oh crap, that's 2 nat 20s. Okay, so 1 will miss, but 2 are gonna hit. And then I have to roll. So if the first hit does, hold on, I need to pull up the stupid chart again for the, so the first one that hits does twice the damage die, dealing, kills one, immediately just brings it down on one Mildred's, just crushing its skull. Second one does, the second hit that does triple the amount of dice. And just bashes the other one to the ground. So I have 3 merchants remaining currently, but now I have to roll for the final 2, and those final 2 miss. Okay, so now it's my turn to try to hit these guys. So I get just the one. So I think he's gonna. So Hagar, the fighting man, is gonna wield his katana with both hands, and he's going to try to attack at least one of the statues. And again, they have AC 6. My Thaco is for him, so I have to get 12 or higher. Yes! Nat 20 for him. So let's see how much damage I get to do to him. Oof, that's not too good at all, actually. So I think on a 1, that's only +1 to the damage. Yep, I only add 1 to this, but that's I do get to add +2 because I get the +1 for my strength damage bonus, then the +1 from weapon mastery with this weapon. So this is going to be +2 on the D10. 10 points of damage. Let's see which one I go to first. I'll roll a D6 and see which one I hit. Okay, so I go to statue number 4, and that's the 8 hit point one. So I immediately just I cut through this thing cleanly, murdering it, the statue. And then my final 3 merchants are gonna fight, or at least they'll try to fight, seeing their brothers get cut down. So I think they will all gang up on one, more than likely. Let's see, they have to get, this is AC 6, they have THAC 19, so they have to get a 13 or higher. So only one will do damage. And let's see. Roll to see, well, there's only a, yeah, 1, 2, 3, let's see which one he goes for. Oh. He goes after the first one, dealing 2 points of damage. Okay. Okay, and that is everyone. So now we get to roll initiative again. See who goes first. Yes! 5 for me, 4 for the enemy. So that means I get to go first. And now, on a normal fighting man, every other round he gets 2 attacks. So let's see which one my guy's going to attack. Oh, he's going to join in with the others on that first one. So let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, and what was their armor class again? It was AC, yeah, 6 for them. I get a +1 to hit from my weapon mastery, which makes that other one a 12. Oh yeah, so I hit both times. So we'll do the crit first. So we'll do the crit one first. So I roll to see. Okay, so that's another +1, which makes that also +2. So I deal 10 points of damage total. So I literally bring this one down to 1 hit point. So I will go ahead and finish it off with the second attack. This was just a normal +1. Yep, and so there's now 3 left. As I slice this thing up with 2 attacks and killing another statue. So now the remaining 3 merchants are going to go after, let's see which one. Roll a D3 basically to decide. They go after the 16 hit point one. And again, with a THAC 19, they have to get 13 or wait, no, with a THAC 19 they have to, and against the AC 6 they have to get 13 or higher to try to hit. And I got only 1 hit, dealing 1 point of damage. Okay, but now the statues get to go, and they have to get 12 or higher. I think they're all still going after the merchants. So two of them are going to hit. And then again, my guys only have 1. My guys only have, I think I said, like, what was it, 5 hit points apiece, I think I wrote down. No, I did not write it down, but I remember it was my merchants have 5 hit points each. Alright, so let me see. So the one that does hit only deals 1 point of damage. So of the 3 I have left, 1 has 4. And then 1 goes for after another one. 1 gets killed with a hit. Just bosh! So I have... Alright, so hold up. I need to see, do these merchants stay after this, is the question. Because that's half their party now. I think I have to get like high. I believe it is. This one just says ML varies, which I don't know what that means. At least not in the case of, let me look here. Let's just make it about average. So if I get above a 6 on a 2d6 roll, then the merchants will run away. I do not, so the merchants are going to stay and fight. So now we get to roll again for initiative. Nope, the statues are going first again. So there's let me make sure. Yeah, there's 3 left. So there's going to be, we'll roll the 2 that are going to be on the bandits, each on 1. Ah, dang it. So okay, so that one's so only 1 hits. And only 1 hits, and that deals only 1 point of damage. I'll say it's the other one. So now they're both at 4 hit points. And then the one on my character, let's see, my character has an armor class currently of 7. So this guy has to get a 15 or higher on his die to try to hit me. And he misses. So now it's my turn again. So I'm going to go ahead and do the merchants first as they gang up on... They gang up still on that 3rd one. And, yep, needing a 13 or higher to hit. Hold on, let me double check here. Yeah, 13 or higher, so only 1 hits, dealing 5 points of damage. Okay, bringing that one down to 10. And then I come in with only 1 attack, because it's a new round. It's the 3rd, it's another round now. So only 1 attack with, yeah, +1. That's an 11, which will not hit, because they're armor class 6. So I miss on mine. Okay, rolling initiative again. Yes, on a 6, we go first. Rolling for the 2 bandits. Not the bandits, the merchants. They both miss. It's another even round, so now I get 2 attacks. I get 1 hit. And where's my D10? Dealing, I'll go out the one that they've been injuring. That's 7 points. Okay. Now, now it's the, okay, roll the 2 that are attacking each one of the merchant guys. Let me see here. So, yeah, their attack goes 17. They need a 12 or higher. Only 1 hits. And just dealing 3 points. So 1 is up, but barely. And then there's 1 on me. Again, I'm armor class 7, so it needs a 10 or higher to get me. And it misses. Okay, so, wow, everyone is still standing surprisingly. This is crazy. Oh, just checking time here really quick. Okay, so now we roll for initiative again. Okay, that means everything is happening simultaneously. So, merchants attack first. And they will both land at hits. So I will roll these one at a time because this one is on its final leg. So one of the bandits hits this final one, only 1 point and 4 points. So they're about to. So this one has been injured. The 2 merchants are taking out. But let me see. But it says all simultaneously. Let me see if it takes out one of the merchants with it as it goes down. It does not. And then I will go up to one of the other, like, healthy ones, and I will roll to see if I can hit it. And with that 18, I most certainly will hit. Well, that would be a 19 total, dealing one of them 9 points of damage. And as I'm hitting that one, we'll see if that one hits me. It does not. And then also there's the final statue going after one of the going after one of the merchants. See if it hits. Nope, sorry, I rolled off screen, but I did roll a nat 1, so the statue misses that as well. Okay. So now it's time to roll initiative again. Nope, the final 2 statues are going first, and they're going to try. I think they're going to try to finish off the merchants if they can. So, yep. Let's see here. They both miss on that one. Hold on, let me see my dice to make sure that I'm actually. Yep. So so they missed the merchants. The merchants will gang up on one. Let me see. That goes 19. Armor class 17. No, armor class 6. So they need a 13 or higher. So only one hits, dealing 6 points of damage. We'll say it's at the one that's already weakened. And then I come in with, it's only one attack this time. See if I can finish it off. No, I do not. That one's a miss. Okay. Initiative roll again. Statues are first once more. So again, they're each going after a merchant. And let me see here. AC 5. That goes 17. Yeah, those are both gonna hit. So let's see. One of them. Yep. The final one that was a 1 hit point is killed with the final stone sword. And then the second one is also killed. So all these 5 merchant bodies are dead on this ground. And now it's just me standing there. As I go. Now it's my turn. Now it's a 2-attack turn to strike. So that's a 11. Yeah, these are armor class 6. So the 11 will miss. The 17 will hit, though. Or at least the 18 will hit, though. So this is going to be... yep, 5 points total, which kills another fighting man statue, we'll say. So there's just one more left. It's down to the final fighting man statue and my second level fighting man. Who has he been taking hits? Who has not been taking hits? They've been missing him. Or mostly they've been going after the merchants because they were weaker. So now let's see how this goes. Oh. Nice. I get to go first. So let's see. That's a 17 on the die. That will hit. Dealing 4 points to this one. It retaliates. Well, in that one, it will not hit. Okay. Initiative again. Oh, nice. I just barely beat it. Okay, so now it's a 2-attack round again. Oh, only 1 hit again. Only 3 points of damage that time. And then it goes. That will also miss its attack as well. It is just back and forth now. This is crazy. Okay, I go again. Single attack. 11, 12. That will actually hit it. 12 will hit it. Because it is, yeah, armor class 6. So 6 points of damage. Then it goes. Nope. That's a 2. That also fails. Man, I'm very happy I'm rolling badly for this Fighting Man statue. Alright, so... Nope, the Fighting Man statue gets to go first this time. Instead of me. So... Oh, nat 20. Okay, so yep, that's going to hit. Let me see. The 3 means that it does... only adds 2 to the dice damage, so let's roll again. Oof! So I take 8 points of damage, bringing my Fighting Man down to 9 HP. And then, was this a 2-attack turn? I think it is a 2-attack turn for me now. Only 1 hit, once again. But that is enough to take it down. As Hagar, my 2nd level Fighting Man, just stands there, bloodied, bruised, stone and bodies lying all around this room. And I'm going to stop it there for right now, but I am more likely going to make yet another video now, trying to finish this if I can. So, we'll see what happens next time. See you all later on Memory of Metal and Dust.